Hello everyone, and welcome to another audio podcast in this series as part of the Assay edition. This is an audio podcast in around looking at sort of peer review works from 2020 again, and works from looking at works that that uh, that 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 delves into looking at healthcare scientists in primary care, and looking at this from a systematic review in a systematic review from 2020, and and where this and this and where this audio podcast is will provide the following in the following. So in around the introduction, in the United Kingdom is seeing or has been seeing a continuing and important shift in the burden of disease from mortality to morbidity. Much of the health burden is preventable. Much of the monitoring in around CKD or chronic kidney disease and service users and patients occurs in mild to moderate disease by general practitioners, and only the final stages of the disease are managed in secondary care. In turn, this also means that access to education relating regarding to disease management within the NHS or National Health Service face ongoing challenges. In around the aims, uh, um, conducting a systematic review over close to 2 decades, uh, um, uh, close to over and close to 2 decades. This work sought to describe what the educational and support pathway for CKD could look like, with healthcare scientists' involvement to provide supplementary or educational basis surrounding this LTC. This work also sought to understand if CKD patients or service users could attain more informed education for disease management and laboratory tests and investigation. And this work also sought to find to also outline uh, if healthcare scientists or scientists should be more involved in primary care in around primary care. So in around the design around this works, a systematic review was carried out over close to 2 decades, and specifically over 18 years, and a critical appraisal skills program or CASP was utilized to appraise papers, and in around the results from 1,652 papers identified through several databases. 1,634 records were removed. 80 papers were further scrutinized after taking out duplicates for integrity and relevance, according to terminology such as healthcare scientists, diagnostics and screening, and primary care. And 16 papers were further excluded. 23 full text articles were further appraised for eligibility, and two papers were further excluded. The remaining 21 papers were included, and 5 themes were identified. In around the conclusions of this, around this, there is in around the conclusion around this works, there is a need there is a requirement or a need for a review of the current healthcare scientist workforce in the United Kingdom, and the consideration for these health professionals being available to CKD service users and patients in primary care. That draws this audio podcast to a close in around this series in around the assay in around this assay edition. This is an audio podcast as part of another Storm Robotics production. Thank you.